you're going to lose no matter what. You're not going to win everything. You're not going to go undefeated. But you have to look at those losses. Those losses have to sting you, but you can't let them just continue to hurt you and continue to trip you up. You have to learn from them. You only do that if you have that uncompromisable and unshakable will to win, because you're willing to not only endure the pain, but you're willing to learn from it to move forward. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the American Dream Podcast. My name is Josh, and I am the host of the American Dream Show and the owner and the founder of a business called American Dream, or the American Dream Project, you might see it as. We are on a mission to completely transform our nation, take it back to its former glory, but not stop there. We want to take it to the next level. We want to make it the best it has ever been. And so we're doing that by establishing our business on 6 core elements: faith, family, fitness, finance, firearms, and freedom. Those are the 6 core elements. Every video you see, every product you see will stem from at least one of those elements, if not all 6. And so just a little quick plug. We do have our first products live. We have a box that has 6 tools in it, one for each of the elements, that is going to help you transform your life, to help you take the next steps forward in your life to become the best version of yourself. If you don't want all 6, we have a build your own box option. And then we also just have our very first shirt drop. I don't want you to feel obligated to buy whatsoever. The only thing that I ask is if you do get any value out of the show, out of what the business represents, all I ask is that you please just share it with at least one person. That's it. You don't have to buy anything, nothing. We don't make you pay for the show, nothing. Just share it, please. Because the only way that we are going to grow this movement, this business, is by you sharing the show, sharing the products, sharing the content. So make sure you're following all my social medias. And today, we've got a very spicy topic for you, and I'm super excited. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Too many people like to use luck as a reason why they aren't where they want to be in life, or why they haven't done certain things in life. They say they didn't get lucky in life. They weren't dealt the right cards in life. And that is honestly just complete and utter bullcrap. I mean, there are people who may have gotten lucky, but it's very, very, very few people that actually happens to. The only reason that you may think some people are more lucky than others is because you don't see the work that they are doing behind closed doors. That's often the misconception of wealthy people. A lot of today's wealthy people did it by working their tails off in their garages, in their extra bedrooms, just whatever. But you don't see the struggle that people went through to get to where they are today. And so, with that being said, luck is a lie. And today I'm going to hit on 3 things that will kind of help transform your mindset and go from thinking about luck, from thinking luck is what you're waiting for that right moment, that right thing to happen for you, things to just go your way the right way, into thinking, okay, if I go out and put the work in, I'm guaranteed a result. And so that is what I want to do today. So let's go ahead and get to the first point. So what you have to do first, you have to realize that luck and success do not go together. It's like water and oil. Luck and success, they don't go together at all. Some people you may hear some people say that, yeah, you have to have a little bit of luck to have an extreme amount of success. There might be some truth to that for some people, but like I said, it's very few. But there is literally a success equation. It's super easy, super simple. Success equals doing the tasks that are required for the amount of time required to achieve success. Let me say that again. If you want to achieve success, You have to do the task, do the activities that are required for the amount of time required to achieve success. But going back to realizing that luck and success don't go together, just to give you a few examples of what actual luck is. Luck is maybe you ran a stop sign and didn't get smoked by some other car. That's luck. Maybe you bought a lottery ticket, won the lottery, or maybe won a few bucks. Luck. Go to this casino, put a few coins in the slot machine, you win some money. Luck. Luck is a random place, a random time, and a random combination of events. If you are going to rely on luck, that completely removes your control out of the equation. You have no control over it. It might happen, it might not happen. Chances are it's not going to ever happen. Just like the lottery. I don't know what the odds are in the lottery, but they're very slim. And so when you leave it up to luck, especially in the entrepreneur world, the business world, and just in life in general, your odds are not very good. So why wouldn't you do the things? Why wouldn't you take luck out of the equation and put in the work that is going to guarantee you a result? It may not be always the best result, but it's going to guarantee you some sort of result, and it may just be a stepping stone to that main result that you were looking for. But the thing is, most people want the easy thing. They want the easy route. Well, the easy route doesn't pay well. I'm going to tell you that right now. I mean, I'm still in the process of shutting down my Airbnb. I had 3 bookings over the course of 3 months for a total of 10 days. My expenses on that Airbnb are about $1,500 a month, not counting the credit card bills that I had. What happened with my Airbnb was I saw a chance for quote unquote easy money. It was hard to get set up. Once it's set up, I went the easy route, automated everything, which is good, especially if you have a big business. But I took the human element out of it. I got a bunch of stays, but because I wanted to go the easy route, because I wanted to do the easy thing, it ended up costing me a lot of money, a hole that's going to take me a little bit to get out of. And also, what people don't realize, going to the success equation, you've got that first part. You've got the tasks that are required. And so you, deep down, you know what you need to be doing every day to achieve the goal, achieve the result that you want in your life. But you choose not to do those things. You choose to take an hour-long nap, watch an hour-long TV show. You choose to do all these other things except the actual things that are required to even set you up for success. And then the other part of the equation that people don't really realize and pay attention to is that it takes time. For you to achieve whatever your goal is, you have the task required. But then you have to do them for the amount of time required. The only problem is that time, the amount of time required to achieve success is unknown. It's an unknown variable for everybody. Even if you have the same goal as somebody else, you may have different tasks that you're doing. One may get there quicker, one may get there slower. But if you continually do the tasks that you know are required, and continue to do them until you achieve success, then the equation fills itself out. But you have to realize, when I say the amount of time required, this is something I had to come around to. That's why I've completely bought into this idea that I have. First, because I feel like it's something God has laid on my heart, laid this vision on my heart for how I'm going to use it as my ministry, as just my outlet to help people, help the world, help this country. But what you have to buy into and realize is that the amount of time that you think is required is maybe 1/10 of the actual amount of time required. So if you think that you're going to become a millionaire in a year, try multiplying that by 10 years, and then you will probably be a millionaire in 10 years. If you continue to do the task consistently for 10 years. And it goes with anything. You have to start looking at things in a longer picture. And this is something that's really hard for younger people to realize. Older people, it's a little bit easier. But younger people have to look at it because, take for instance, I'm 23, almost 24. If I'm going to commit to something for 10 years, I look at that. My old self would look at that and think, man, that's almost half my life to this point. But when you take it in context of, say, on average, we live 80 years as humans. 10 years of that is just an eighth of that. So imagine being able to give up just an eighth of your life so the other 5/8, half of your life is awesome. It's everything that you dreamed it would be. So when you start to look at your goals, your activities that you need to do, your timelines, instead of days, months, a year, into 5 years, into decades, that is when you will be able to develop the endurance that is needed to do those activities for the amount of time required. The secret third part of the equation is, you have to do the task required, and you have to do them for the amount of time that's required. But to be able to do both of those things consistently, the secret ingredient is will. Not a person named Will. It's your will, your internal will. Are you willing to sacrifice a decade of your life so the rest of your life is going to be freaking awesome? Are you willing to sacrifice 2 hours every night that maybe you could spend with your family, spend enjoying a good TV show, enjoying time with friends? Are you willing to sacrifice that for a few years to set up a life where you get to spend as much time as you want with the people you want, doing the things you want, having the life that you want? It all comes down to your will. And so something else that I've come to realize just throughout my job actually right now, where I'm working, over the last few weeks, I've had to train quite a few new people, and I really enjoy training. That's why I think this business is so great, because I'm going to have to help develop. I'm developing people. I'm doing my best to develop myself, which will in turn help me develop others. But I really enjoy the training aspect of it, because I get to see how people's minds work, how different people learn differently, that sort of deal. But I've come to realize, because I'm a very competitive person, and I will do whatever it takes to win. Like, period. Like to the point that it can be a little toxic. And I mean, it's a blessing and a curse, because it helps me win quite a bit, but I've had to learn how to channel it in different directions. That way I don't end up hurting people along the way that were just along the path and they kind of got in my way a little bit. And instead of going around them, I just kind of stepped on them. But that's something that I've had to work on. But I've come to realize that not everybody is born with that absolute will to win, that want to win at everything. And so some people have to work at really developing that. But if you are ever going to achieve any sort of success in life, you are going to have to develop and strengthen an uncompromisable and unshakable will to win. Without a doubt. I mean, you can't be lackadaisical, just going through life, be like, oh, I lost, no big deal. Yeah, but the thing is, once you do come around to the realization of figuring out how much time it is going to take, or a relative amount of time that's going to take, you come around to realizing that it might take a decade to reach where you want to reach. Most people know the activities needed. They know the general amount of time that it's going to take, but they lack that will to win, and that is what ends up hurting them. And those are the people that they set out on a journey to do whatever it is, and they do it for 4 or 5 years, but then they just completely, their will to win is just gone. It wasn't super strong. They didn't do the things to maintain it and grow it and strengthen it. And so they end up giving up. And those are the people that say, don't do this. This is a waste of time. It's like a bad breakup almost. They're hurt by it, but what they don't realize is that they weren't doing the things necessary to help maintain and strengthen their will to win. Because when you have that uncompromisable, that unshakable will to win, you are going to do whatever it takes for however long it takes to win. And you have to look at will like a muscle. You have to constantly and consistently train it and build it up, strengthen it, because it's one of those things. If you aren't setting yourself up to win, if you aren't constantly seeking out things to have wins in life, set yourself up to stack wins in life, you're going to lose your will to win. Because if everything came easy to you, you would technically be winning all the time. But when something hard came along, or you decided to do something that might be hard, your will to win is going to be very small, very weak. And so you're going to end up losing that. And I don't want that for you. I don't want that for myself. Because if we are going to make any sort of change, any sort of impact on this country, on this world, even within our own families, our own communities, you've got to have this will to win. You got to have this will to make a change, because it's not going to be easy. It's going to be really, really hard. I'm figuring that out. It's really, really hard. You're going to have days that you just are like, man, is this really worth my time? Is this worth all my energy? Is this worth my money? Is this worth me sacrificing the other things that people my age are doing? Because I'll be honest, I look around and I see people my age married, having kids, doing the normal adult thing. And I have to admit, there's times I see it and it really, really stings, because I mean, that's human nature, human desire to want that. I see people just out there enjoying life, doing all this fun stuff. But what you have to realize if you're considering embarking on any sort of hard journey like this, you have to realize it's going to take sacrifice. And I've come around to it, but I'm not going to lie, it still pops in every so often. And I'm like, man, is it worth it? But then those past wins, I look back on those past wins, and every single time I can look back and say, yeah, it's worth it. No, not going to worry about that stuff. This is 100% worth it. And so those hard moments, those dark moments, those are going to be your biggest training moments for your will. Because when you don't feel like doing it, when you are low energy, you've had a bad day, a bad week, bad month, bad year, when you continue to push forward, that is when your will becomes stronger than it has ever been before. And so when you take the activities and the things that you know are required to achieve success, do them for the amount of time that's required to achieve success, and combine them with a will that you are constantly training, constantly strengthening, you are going to achieve whatever you want in life. You will. Without a doubt. I know you will. And if you don't, you probably are missing one of those three things. Everyone is bound for greatness. Everyone is. God has a great calling for your life, whether you want to accept it or not. But sadly, most people will never achieve it. It just won't. But it is your duty, your mission, to be the best and achieve what you were put on this earth to do. If you aren't giving it your all, you are turning your back on your Creator. Success has a very, very simple formula. Not easy, but simple. Figure out the work, figure out the tasks that are required. Develop the will and the strength to do those tasks that are required, and to do them for the amount of time that is required. You are meant for greatness. Stop wasting your life away. Guys, I want the absolute best for you. I do. I don't know if it's just coming into the realization of the vision God has for my life or whatever it is. But my heart for people, my heart to see people grow into the people that they're meant to be, the people that God made them to be. Man, it burns. It burns for you. Man. Just the feeling that I get when even I make the slightest impact on people's lives, I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and I want you guys to be able to feel that same feeling. Because when you are doing the things that you know you're supposed to be doing, when you're headed down the right path, you have those little wins that make you just feel so good on the inside. And I want you to be able to experience that, because that's what God has laid out for you. That's what He has planned for your life. And so take this, apply it to your life, and realize that luck is a lie. It is. Luck is a lie. Doing the work, doing it for the amount of time that's required, and developing the will to win no matter what is what is going to help you get to wherever you want to go in life. Whatever it is, that's what it's going to take. No amount of luck could equal any of that stuff. But that's all that I have for you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. If you got any type of value out of today's episode, any good knowledge, if it made you think a little bit, made you question some things going on in life, prompt you to make some changes in your life, please just make sure you like the video, make sure you're subscribed, and then just share it with at least one person, because I feel like this is stuff a lot of people need to hear. I may not be the best at portraying it and getting it out there, getting my message across, but I'm getting better. Just go back and watch my early episodes. I think you can tell I've gotten a lot better. But again, thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to check out the website with the American Dream Box. It's www.patriotdreamproject.com. You got the Dream Box and a t-shirt on there also. Don't feel obligated to buy it. Just share it with somebody if you wouldn't mind, to help that brand grow. Don't forget to check out the Waypoint, which is our newsletter. You get to see a little bit more of my writing. I do little short writings here and there on all social media, but you'd see more of it, more in-depth stuff on the email platform, just because it doesn't get censored and blocked as much. I'll also let you know about deals and stuff going on, new products. And then make sure you go over to Facebook and join the Rally Group. It is our community group that I really want to just grow into a group that people can come together from all across the country, help each other out with anything related to the 6 core elements: faith, family, fitness, finance, firearms, and freedom. I think that group is going to be something pretty stinking awesome eventually. Right now it's just me in there, so go join it, please. I'm lonely in there. But thank you guys again for being here. I love you guys, and remember, success takes work takes time, and time is limited. So go out there, get to work.
You are now in the
See you
presence
guys.
of a